And we have our final contestant.
I'm Elle, and I'm dressed as EJ.
That's pretty good, EJ. That's pretty good, EJ.
All right, man. Yeah.
It's nice to know that I can replace EJ at any second. Any second.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to part 2 of Freakquels. It's a live show. With me today is Rory Colarossi. Give it up for Rory, guys.
Don't clap for me.
Yeah, don't clap for him.
Please don't.
And our very special guest, one of the greatest guys I know, funniest man, Mr. Casey Clocker.
Hey, it's been so long. I've missed you guys.
I missed you too, man. Missed you too. How was your trip to the bar?
The 20 or so feet was wonderful. It was magical. Met
And
lot
you
of people
did a
along the way.
whole
Yeah.
podcast in between, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
We talked about Pride and Prejudice. You know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And we had a costume contest in between, and we had congratulations
wild.
to the winners. We have Elle, Robin, Candace, and Leo. Congratulations, guys.
A fight broke out.
Yeah, it was wild. I was like, whoa. And it was weird when Leo was like, fire, walk with me. And I was like, it's like, whoa, Leo, what's going on, man? But yeah, guys, thank you for the costume contest. That was great. We loved all your costumes and stuff. So thanks for that. And let's get into it. So, Rory, what's a recent movie you've watched other than Thunderbolts?
In the last 5 minutes or so, since
Wait, can I say Bride of the Monster?
Yeah, Bride of the Monster. I definitely watched that. Yeah. That's it.
What'd you think of it?
Oh, I mean, me personally?
Yeah.
I'd like to put something in perspective for everybody. So, like, I know it's kind of easy to laugh at the movie Bride of the Monster and Ed Wood in general, but the guy was a Hollywood outsider. You know, he was not part of the system traditional. So he had to raise the money himself, which I imagine was very difficult to do because he didn't really come from money. And he produced these movies himself. So he didn't sit around feeling sorry for himself, right?
Right.
He just got up and he was living his dream, and he made these weird films that have a lot of personality, and buried in it little bits of commentary on things, and we're all still talking about them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I had, I guess I was going to ask a Freakquels related question.
Okay.
Are these the oldest movies that you've covered on this show?
No, because we've covered
Nosferatu might be the
Oh,
oldest.
okay, well then that would be the old, unless you're talking about the new one.
Yeah, no, it was the original.
Got it.
Yeah, we will get to the new one.
We'll get to that one.
Yeah.
Although, as Elle said earlier, the movie sucked because there was a mustache in it.
Right. Yeah.
That's going to be my Halloween costume. I'm just going to be
A mustache?
the mustache from the remake of
Perfect.
Nosferatu.
Perfect.
Because I was going to say, at one point in my life, I moonlighted as an English major, so that's what I contribute to this podcast is like thinking, a little bit of critical reading on some of these things, right?
Sure.
And obviously, you brought me here, and we're talking about two, what you're saying is bad movies. Some people consider these the worst movies ever made, right?
Absurd.
But my thing is that we're still talking about it, as these movies from the 1950s, right? Mm-hmm. So just like, what is the legacy of like the bad movie, and is it even worth bringing forward because they still have some contribution to society, right?
Right.
One of the things I noticed at the end of the last episode is that here we are talking into microphones on a podcast, right? But almost everyone in attendance here tonight is doing something creative, right? They're all whether it's dressing up or playing music or whatever, right?
Right.
And I think anyone who's trying to create content, thinks like, well, what if it's bad, right? And I think that so many people who don't or too scared to try, right, live in fear of it being bad. And I think that us taking the time to like acknowledge these things from so long ago says, who cares if it's bad, right? don't be boring, right? That's
Rock
the
on.
thing, right? That's the thing
Right.
that we miss. Like the movies that are most forgettable are the ones that are so milquetoast, right? So
Exactly.
like if you try and fail, right? Who cares, right? Learn to laugh at yourself. That's important. But I was thinking about that in the last one, and before we go into the next one, because I'm sure we'll probably wrap up, afterwards pretty quick. But like, what is the legacy of something being bad, right? Because it can be just
Great,
as
yeah.
enjoyable, anyways, right?
Yeah.
Bad to me is unremarkable.
Yeah.
Like you just have nothing to say about it. Just goes in one ear and out the other, and
Yeah.
there is some kind of merit in there.
Yeah.
They're charming. And by the way, for what you were just saying, I will never be able to do this for the rest of my life. Can I get Casey a 80s slow clap? It's one of those things where he
Ready?
says something. Ready? I'm just like a. And then
For
we all
those of
just
you
join in.
listening from home, this is just me clapping. I'm just duping my own claps.
But no, I everything you just said, man, 100%.
It's one of the reasons why I kind of abstain from Rotten Tomatoes because
Because it's not.
it's like
It's not a good place to go to form your own opinions.
it's an aggregate, not a scoring system, right? So you get into a system where, say, a movie is 6 out of 10, but it's all 10 reviewers thought it was 3 out of 5, right? That's a different story than a 6 out or a 3-star where like half of the reviewers thought it was 5 out of 5 and the other half thought it was 1 out of 5.
Yeah.
And I think that those kind of movies are way more interesting than your standard just average across the board, 3 out of 5,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, to answer your question, EJ, I watched this movie last night also,
Yes.
and Becca and I, we were watching it, and we had a really good time watching it. So I don't know.
To answer the question you didn't ask me, I watched Dog Man.
Yeah. Did
How
you
was
like
Dog
Dogman?
Man?
Not really.
What? But it's called Dogman.
It was.
Would you say it was bad?
Would you say woof?
Would you say Buzz,
I
your
never
girlfriend?
considered that I had
Woof.
ADHD until I saw Dog Man, and then it really stirred something inside of me.
You're like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Really? Is that not
But
that
in a
great?
good
Did you not
way.
see Dog Man?
No, I didn't see Dogman.
You know, it's been on my list.
It's about 70 minutes long, and there are probably 350 jokes in the movie. Right?
God.
It's just rapid fire. They're on to the next one.
Oh wow.
you
no, I
have my
didn't see-
money, Dogman. You have my money.
I did see Sinners, which I loved. Did you guys see Sinners? One person said no, but yeah, no spoilers. That movie
Bela
is
Lugosi.
incredible. Yeah, Bela Lugosi shows up, which is crazy. No,
By the way, I'm glad
it's
you
so
didn't invite
good.
me for your Nosferatu. Well, last I was on, you had seen Nosferatu because you were invited to like a pre-screening. of it.
Yeah.
I had not seen it. I'm glad I was not part of the Nosferatu episode. Well, let's put it this way. I saw that movie. We can talk about this another time, but I saw that movie and I was laughing and someone turned around and gave me that like look of like,
Oh no.
sir, like,
Oh no.
and it has haunted me to this day. Like,
Was it me?
I I'll tell you the story off screen because it's pretty funny. But yeah, it was like I was laughing and I don't think I was supposed to, and I've not
no.
talked about this movie since. And like, so my
Yeah.
mom was like, I think I might watch Nosferatu. I was like, you better, because I need to feel better about myself for laughing.
So that's the fun thing about Robert Eggers movies I've noticed is that there's this camp of people who just like love them, which I think I fall into that camp.
Right.
And then there's people who I feel like just I don't know, it's like they don't get it, I guess. Maybe a good way to put it.
Does
they
he
just
know
don't-
that not some of those scenes were not ridiculous? That's the point.
What's that?
Does like when I don't know, I'm not in Robert Eggers' head, right?
Uh-huh.
But does he understand that like some of this stuff is like for like laughable, right?
Like what?
So
Yes, let's analyze this.
all right, yeah. So hold on, we have plan 9 minutes. Can wait. Did anyone see Nosferatu before I talk about a part of this movie?
Did everyone see Nosferatu, the new one?
No, I was talking about the old one.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
By the way, Casey, I have something like stuck in my tooth right now. I'm not like looking at you like I'm ready to fight
Okay,
you.
'cause-
Like, oh,
I don't know. That brass knuckle said something else.
well, there is
No.
a nightstick that we should talk about.
There is just a scene in Nosferatu where it is kind of towards the end,
Okay.
and our lovely couple are walking back to their home, and the city in which this movie is taking place is in utter disarray. Like, people are dropping dead in front of them. They're like puking on the streets. Like, they're carrying this giant cart
That is funny.
full of body. Hold on. I'm getting to a point, Rory. And if you watch this movie, all of this death is the fault of these two individuals.
Yeah.
And they're kind of walking with like a Steve Urkel, like, did I do that? Like, like they're surrounded by death, and it's all their fault. And they have the biggest poop-eating grin I have ever seen. It's like, you are directly responsible for this. Yeah.
Did I do that?
How is that not funny?
Ow,
I was
God damn
laughing
it.
so hard. They're like looking like, like, hope no one knows that we're the people that killed these 10,000 individuals.
We're not responsible for that, are we?
So I'm laughing,
Yeah,
and then
you
the
are.
people turn around. They give me that look. I was just trying to see if anyone else found that funny. What are we watching again? Playing? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know what?
It's okay.
I'm gonna watch that scene now, and I'm just gonna die laughing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll never watch this movie the same way again.
Thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Casey.
It's okay, L.
That's what I'm saying. I know this movie is beloved.
Right.
Yeah.
No, honestly, kind of what I was getting at before. Like, I've noticed that with his movies, they're very polarizing. That's it. Like,
I'm not
don't
saying
know.
I didn't like the movie.
I
I'm
just
saying
laughed the entire way through.
Can't believe you hated that movie.
It was the funniest comedy I saw in 2024. When she was doing the. Are you serious? Come on.
For the listeners at home, Elle's foot is shaking. She is livid.
The good news is I'm the fastest person here, so I'm gonna be through the parking lot so fast.
But all right, well, I guess this is it, right? Let's get into
Hey,
Plan 9.
Speaking of Nosferatu, he's a vampire,
Yeah,
and there's like an actor
I
in
did
this
that
movie.
purposely.
yeah.
I haven't been waiting 3 months.
Spoilers.
His
Wow.
this was actually Bela Lugosi's final
Correct, yeah.
screen appearance.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. The last movie was his last bit of dialogue that he ever spoke in a movie, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Was
it's
that-
from what I understand, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that the footage of him was filmed prior to the script being written because they were just going to film something. They were trying
Right.
to like make a movie, and then he died, and then he made a movie around the footage. I like to think that that's what really happened because there's something kind of beautiful about that. It's like, I'm
Right.
going to make this like your last send off, you know?
Yeah.
And what a way to go though, because Plan 9, you know, they mention it in Seinfeld. It's very
Yeah.
it's
it
very like
transcends.
iconic and awesome.
Even though it might have been laughed at when it first came out, it has become like a cult movie where people love it.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Absolutely
episode of
love it.
Seinfeld is generally considered one of the best episodes of that show. And that was over 30 years ago. And it was considered, you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
legacy of that. This is now its third or fourth life.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And
It
we're
is
about
crazy.
to bring it to life.
All
Sure,
right.
and
Again.
surely we will do it justice, right?
And so, yeah, we got this. We'll hopefully you guys enjoy it at home. So let's line it up, and we'll tell you guys when to hit play. Line it up. We'll do it live. All right, hit play, guys.
I've learned my lesson last time. While like intro credits happen, I have the back of the box. This is it! Exclamation point. The most popular atomic age cult film of the 20th century. It's all here. No, this is nothing. This isn't even the story. Useless.
Greetings, my friend. We are all interested in the future.
It's Criswell.
Where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives. And remember, my friend, future events such as these will affect you in the future.
You look like you could surf on his
You
head.
are interested in the unknown, the
Yeah.
mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here. And now, for the first time, we are bringing to you the full
You look like
story
he's
of what
turning into
happened
Clint Howard.
on that fateful
Oh,
day.
definitely.
He looks
We are
terrific.
giving you all the evidence.
Yeah.
I like this
based
guy.
only on
Yeah.
No, I do too. I love Criswell.
of the miserable souls
He looks like he's on SNL just reading a cue card.
He is definitely reading a
My
cue card.
friend, we cannot keep this a secret any
I'm
longer.
impressed that he has not blinked. Oh, there was the first blink.
Well.
I jinxed him.
Let us reward the innocent. My friend, can your
Yeah.
heart stand
He was waiting for the cue
shocking
card.
facts about grave robbers from outer space?
Tor Johnson.
He's back.
Now that guy, Criswell, the narrator, he is a real life psychic and TV personality known for his wild predictions.
Interesting. I didn't know he was an actual real psychic. That's crazy.
I already have questions. Like, why do the aliens need our graves?
Dudley Manlove. What a cool name.
I guess they can't disturb the corpses of their own
Dudley Manlove is a risky name to have in high school.
Bella Lugosi. John Breckenridge.
There we go.
I wonder what's up with the friendship between Ed Wood and Bela Lugosi, right? Because clearly Bride of the Monster was not great. And he came back, you know what I mean, in some capacity, right?
Yeah. Well, I think he was at the end of his career.
Yeah.
And Ed Wood was giving him work when the Hollywood wouldn't.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. You get to make
Yeah.
movies with one of your childhood heroes.
Right,
Because that was one of his heroes.
Written, produced,
So he's
directed.
added a credit this time, right?
Yeah.
He's
He's
right.
taking all the blame.
Well, this is somber.
All of us on this
All right.
earth know that
Spot
there is
the
a time
continuity
to live,
error.
and
If it
there
is
a
continuity.
time to die. Yet death is always a shock. To
Who are
those
these
We
guys?
just like to sit and watch funerals.
It is even more of a shock when death, the proud
That's
driver,
actually like real footage of Bela
without
Lugosi
warning.
realizing that he just signed a contract and that he can't get out of this movie.
small group
God.
gathered
Please
in
get me out of this.
around the newly opened
Please, Ed, I don't want to do any more
of the
movies.
beloved wife of an elderly
Is he
man.
not talking?
No.
Sundown of
It's the
day,
narrator,
yet
Criswell,
also
still
the
talking.
sundown of the old man's heart. For the shadows of
Look at these guys.
These guys are right out of, like, Waiting for Godot.
just straight waiting for Godot. I like how they have matching neck scarves.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of matching in these movies. I wonder if he
Yeah.
got, like, a 2-for-1 discount at the costume
Maybe.
department.
Hey, where'd
The
you get
funeral
that scarf?
over,
It's pretty nice.
The saddened group left the graveside.
Hey, Lugosi once again giving it his all.
I love a good wooden cross.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Oh, they're the
Oh,
grave
they're the
diggers.
grave
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, at least we're not getting rained on this movie, right?
Hey, you're wearing a plaid shirt too?
Started their task, that strange things
They should have their own spin-off movie,
Plan 10.
like a Marvel spin-off movie. Now
my
that's
God.
the most convincing cockpit I've ever seen.
Look at their controls. Just
Neither
piece
one of
of
them are
wood.
touching any of it either.
It's like what conductors use to hold their music.
this plane doesn't even have first class. It's just last class.
They have one clipboard.
I like the shower curtain door.
yeah.
It might be made of garbage bags.
I know.
Yeah.
Also,
Shit,
now
we
that
have
they
any
were in
garbage
an
bags?
airplane, did anybody catch the maybe continuity error in the graveyard?
What, when the controls started falling over?
Was that a boom mic shot?
Here we
I
go.
Oh,
Yay!
American Flight 812, over. Burbank Tower.
that's how you fly a plane.
Flight 812, over.
He's just like holding that thing up.
Burbank Tower to
If this is how you fly a plane, I'm gonna become a pilot.
I think Katy Perry can help you.
Why are they both moving the controls? It's like one. That's not how a co-pilot works.
One wing's going up and the other's down.
I got the left wing.
Burbank Tower.
You got to do the right wing.
They just gotta pump it.
It's teamwork.
That's not the girl from Bride of the Monster, is it?
No, she ran away as far as she
I wonder
could.
how much this person paid to be in this movie.
But it was by a joke, Jeff. I'll check.
Good. We'll get it ready for
Meanwhile, fix your hat.
Right.
Meanwhile, fix your hat.
Reporting to Burbank Tower, over.
Ah, look at that. Yay! Woo! There you can see the string. It's just awesome.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
Don't you judge this movie. Yeah.
Daytime.
Did you hear anything?
Wow.
I thought it did. Don't like hearing noises, especially when ain't supposed to be any.
The ADR in this is amazing.
Killer.
Maybe we're getting old. Whatever it is gone now. That's the best thing for us, too. Gone. Yeah, let's go.
This dialogue crackles.
They didn't even finish their job. They're
I
just
know. They're like,
That
well, I'll dig the foot.
Yeah, that was definitely necessary. That really moved the plot along.
Oh, no, the locations are not matching.
They're just so happy.
Daytime.
I'm really. Oh no.
Nighttime.
It's nighttime. It's daytime.
It's night
Daytime.
and daytime.
It's daytime.
Nighttime.
It's nighttime.
This is terrifying. Don't walk into the stick. No.
No.
She looks awesome.
No, she looks awesome. She is great.
Now, this is the last footage that Lugosi filmed.
Of his wife's death became greater and greater agony.
Oh.
I'm glad to see that they've got a new home after it burned down.
The
Home,
they had
I know
so
have a
long
home.
shared together became a tomb, a sweet memory
Look at
of
that
her
antenna
joyous
on
living.
top.
Oh man.
The sky to which she had once looked was now only a covering for her dead body.
I like his little outfit.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you know, this is like a relic of the past. They would never build a house with those dimensions these days,
No.
right? It's just very awkward.
He's got like a mob don kind of thing going on.
A mob don?
Not done.
Mob don.
The ever beautiful
Now, was
flowers
his cane
in the
necessary
plant
just for Bela Lugosi, or
Probably.
was
Her
it
own
He's probably
hand
frail.
became nothing more than the lost roses
Oh, that's sad.
of her cheeks.
I don't want to do any more of these movies. Please make me stop.
Confused by his great
What?
loss,
There's a sidewalk
the
right
old
there.
man left that home.
Yeah, this
never
continues the trend
to
of not
return
following
again.
paths, just walking aimlessly.
Wait, did he just die off screen?
Yeah, he died off screen.
How embarrassing.
Well,
Top credit. Only a few minutes. Nighttime.
At the funeral
Oh.
of the old man.
this is one of those
Unknown
old-fashioned
to his
clown
mourners.
mausoleums.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
How many people are coming out of that thing?
I recognize that guy.
First
He was in the
boy,
last movie,
then
wasn't he? At the police station?
Sure. I think he was the
Tell me
bird.
something. Why was
He
his
grew
wife
up.
buried in the ground and he sealed in a crypt?
Something to do with family tradition, a superstition.
I think it was in the prenup. I'll get the crypt.
Also, why were they in the mausoleum? What was inside?
Then, as two of his mourners left his final resting place,
I love that cemetery.
so we've
Oh,
now
no.
seen two funerals, presumably of the same family, but
Right.
no one has attended the same. Like they're different people at different
Right.
funerals.
Yeah.
The police heard her scream from the graveyard.
So,
And they
did you
forgot
see
the
that they were clearly dummies, like
Yeah.
mannequins on the ground? So they could only get the gravediggers for like one day.
minutes later, the police, led by Inspector Daniel Clay, arrived at the scene.
There he is.
Who found them?
The man and girl
Medical
Brando.
examiner been around yet?
just left.
They invented subtitles because of that guy.
You get their statement?
Yeah, much as we could. They're pretty scared.
Finding a mess like this ought to make anyone cry.
If anybody wondered,
It looks like a bad Disney ride. Like, I think the Lackawanna coal mine tour has the more convincing thing.
Those are the same dice.
Yeah.
Same dummies.
if anybody wondered why Tor Johnson didn't have lines in the last movie, it's because
I
of
will get
this.
one flashlight from the patrol car.
Listen to
Be
that.
careful, please.
I'm a big boy now, Johnny.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's tremendous. He's
Yeah.
killing it.
He's got a
He's
wonderful.
killing it.
Doing his thing.
It's good to see him as a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No longer the
I
monster.
like to think that's still Lobo, but he got his life together.
Yeah, exactly. It was just such a traumatic experience that cleaned himself up.
Yeah.
I used to get whipped for work.
You just saw my previous job.
This one gives me dental.
Such a dense fog.
Yeah. Honestly, that shot was pretty cool.
It was good. I'm telling you, there's stuff in this movie.
Look at those guys. Seriously, why couldn't the gravediggers just come back for one day?
Did you get that funny odor? How could I miss it?
The left arm is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. It looks like the Scarecrow.
So that fence must have been made out of popsicle sticks.
I stopped, but I didn't see anything.
Like, you know, like... What is that fence?
I don't even. Who are these people? I don't even know.
That's the pilot.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah, that's the guy. Now he's sitting down.
Oh, that's why I didn't recognize him.
I didn't recognize. I didn't recognize him without that half circle steering wheel in front of his face.
Because I've never been in this movie before.
I cannot. All I can focus on is the fence.
I know. I can't get my eyes off it.
Yeah.
That was someone's job.
I think the budget went into the wicker chairs instead of the fence.
Yeah.
I saw a flying saucer.
Saucer? You mean the kind from up
I should
there?
put the saucer down.
Yeah,
I'm not giving this to
it's
him now.
It was shaped like a huge cigar. Dan and Edith saw it
A
too.
cigar-shaped saucer.
Yeah, what is he talking about there? What?
Yeah, it wasn't even close. For being a pilot, your eyesight is terrible.
And also,
Is it a saucer or a cigar?
I saw a flying saucer. Where? Up there?
As soon as we landed,
No.
No.
made us swear
Over
to
at her
the
neighbor's
whole
house.
thing. Oh, it burns me up. These things have been seen for years. They hear. It's a fact. And the public ought to know about it.
There must be something more you can do about it.
Only there isn't. Oh, but what's the use of making a fuss? But last night I saw a flying object that couldn't have possibly been from this planet. But I can't say a word. I'm muzzled by army brass.
He's
I
what?
can't even admit I saw the thing.
I don't know. He keeps bringing up. Jeez.
I'd hate to see how those guys fare up in flashlight tag.
Oh, man.
You know, like 20 years from now, this guy's going to be a moon landing denier. Well, at least we don't have to take these bodies too far. Oh, no!
Oh, that! Did you see that grave just start rocking back and forth?
Yeah.
The tombstone.
I keep
Oh, look
thinking
at
they're
that! The ground's
dead, and then
coming
they-
up.
Wow, there's two of the same guy now.
Yeah. Are they twins? Like, what's going
Yeah,
on
what's
back
going
there?
on with
Yeah,
that? They're wearing the same outfit. That must have been real embarrassing for them. Oh, why'd you wear that? I was wearing that today.
The guy,
Yeah,
the guy
she
in the
told me
front's
I was supposed to wear this.
yeah, the guy in the front's jealous because he's the only one that's not matching with somebody else.
Still beats.
I like that he saw a flying saucer. He's like, never mind.
I like that he saw a flying saucer and he pulled out his gun as if he was going to shoot something like 10,000 feet up in the air.
Well, I've noticed in Ed Wood movies that everybody's trigger happy.
Yeah.
They're real quick to get those guns out.
Uh-oh. Who's coming?
Okay, just to
Dracula.
clear something up real quick, that's supposed to be Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi had died at this point, and that's supposed to be
A stand-in.
a stand-in. It is a stand-in for Lugosi.
Do you know who the stand-in is?
It was like,
Oh wait,
Kathy
hold on,
Woods-
wait, wait before Rory answers.
I know.
We have an audience.
Yeah, well, who cares about them?
I do.
Well, don't.
Okay, hold on. So yes,
It was somebody who worked for Ed Wood. I think it was either his chiropractor or his accountant. It was one of them.
it was
So
his
was he
wife's
chiropractor. Was he
chiropractor.
always a
It was his
vampire,
wife's
or did the
chiropractor,
aliens
stand-in.
make him a vampire?
And by his wife, he means Kathy Wood, the great Kathy Wood.
Cat Wood.
Why is he shooting at their knees?
Sounds like crazy trouble.
Like, that looks just like Lugosi.
Same guy.
Vampira looks awesome.
She does look awesome.
She looks like a ghoul.
So the aliens are turning the corpses into Draculas.
Yes.
Yeah. Think about it. I love that you said Dracula's.
Well, that's the appropriate. We got to use the appropriate terminology.
Just Dracula's.
Is he dead? Yeah.
Not Tor.
He's messed up as bad as those two
Yeah.
back there.
I was promised
Whatever it was had something to
78 tour minutes.
Look at this guy's usage of that gun.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that is not trigger safety.
No, wait, watch. It gets worse.
And somebody's responsible.
Wait for it.
You're in charge now, Lieutenant. Yeah, guess I am.
Don't itch.
He's using it to scratch.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Now, what do you guys want? Last movie you were upset that they were putting it in the holster, and this movie you're upset that they're flailing it around. What do you want?
He's using it as a back scratcher.
Well, this time we know that there's
There's gotta be
Draculas
something
about.
in between.
Greater love hath no man. than
Oh,
to
this
lay down
priest is
his
actually
Is
going
this
to
is
read
this
it.
the third funeral of
This
this
is the
movie?
third funeral of the movie.
Yeah, but this guy's. There's a distinction for this guy. His mouth is moving.
And Inspector Daniel
Oh,
Blake
so this
was
person's
a
real.
friend,
Ooh, look at her.
a dear
Is she
friend,
just watching?
and to all of us. The bell has rung upon his great career. Now we lay him to rest. A rest well deserved, but so premature.
Remember when Vin Diesel stepped in front of Han's family and gave his own eulogy?
I think about that all the time. They're multiplying.
All the
Right.
time you think about it.
That car was driving so fast. Like
Yeah.
they clearly just sped it up.
When
but-
they saw 3 flying
Oh, yeah.
Look up there.
Number one.
Go Raiders!
More newspaper again.
Oh, saucer scene.
Strong opposition. Oh my god!
Oh my God.
Not the CBS building. No.
The NBC.
Oh yeah.
building.
Now you can crash in the embassy. It's fine. It's fine.
telephones the police.
Opposition to proposed tax legislation.
What?
I know it said saucers over Hollywood, but I just think of moons over my hammy.
Sausage.
Saucers.
Sausage over Hollywood.
That guy had the best pants I've ever seen, and
ABC.
ABC. So they're just showing all of the
Yeah, they're like,
studios.
we gotta get all the networks just
They're
in
not
case.
gonna believe it's in Los Angeles without the studios.
No, it's just that the aliens want to be.
Eartha Kitt.
The aliens want to be actors. That's
That
what
guy
they're
just
called.
gave
I
up
would say I'm talking about
drinking.
Eartha Kitt in the airplane.
Is that space? I think that was space.
But that's the Pentagon. That's
What's going on? That's not Hollywood.
Yeah, I thought the saucers were seen over Hollywood. That was clearly. Oh my God.
The National Guard.
All right.
I feel like
What?
he
Are
got-
those rockets?
What
Oh
in
my God.
what in the G.I. Joe is that?
Actually, I think they were tiki torches. No, they're rockets. You're right.
Were
Yeah.
quickly set up. Colonel
Again, I
Tom
think
Edwards
Edwood got his
charged
hands on
with
some
the
stock
city.
footage.
Yeah, I was gonna say
And was like, hey, I'll make a movie out of it.
what that stock footage was. I mean, what the purpose of that was insane.
Colonel Edwards gave the signal to fire.
Wait, did they say Colonel
It
Edwards?
sounded like that.
Oh man, this saucer's just mocking them. What the hell?
And why are those things just exploding?
Well, wait a minute. Solution. Why don't you just cut the strings that are holding them up?
Honestly, I'm more invested in this battle. Oh my goodness, than Rise of
How many
Skywalker.
missiles are
This,
there?
you know, Casey, I'll say this. This is a better movie than Rise of Skywalker.
Wow. You guys. Wow.
It definitely has better continuity.
Leo also gave his thumbs up.
Yeah, man.
When does Bill Pullman give the speech?
Yeah,
They are firing so many missiles.
I know, that's like a whole artillery.
Like that is an absurd amount of missiles.
Just bring everything you got.
Show me what you got.
It's doing the same thing. Keep more missiles.
You would think after like the
Right, when
first
they changed the
15,
strategy, right.
yeah.
Then as swiftly as they had come, they were gone. Even to the piercing eye of radar. And
Do you
the
think we
speed
should shoot
and
more missiles at them when they
I was
come
gonna
back?
say, like, cut to the budget guy. You fired how many missiles?
How many missiles?
Maybe after 10.
There was supposed to be a
Didn't you guys-
second battle scene.
Are you worried about them, sir? Well, they must have.
We're raising taxes. We're raising taxes. We gotta cover this missile budget.
Big guns, the usual.
That was the tax legislation from the newspaper. Was them raising
It ties in.
to fund all these
For a time,
missiles.
we tried to contact them by radio, but no response. Then they attacked a town. A small town, I'll admit,
This is
but
the
nevertheless, a town of
biggest
people.
walkie-talkie in the world.
It's like a quarter his size.
Well, it was covered up by the higher echelon. Take any fire, any earthquake, any major disaster, then wonder.
I think Zach Morris had that phone.
Yeah. Still a rumor. Officially.
So did he just say that most disasters that have happened are because of
What
aliens?
do they want? Where are they
I
Yeah,
believe so, yeah.
and that's true.
Yeah.
Where are
Okay,
they going?
yeah.
That is a fact.
So this is a documentary.
It is.
Right, yes, yeah.
Well, this is a training maneuver, sir.
I mean,
We
training
only
maneuver.
did a little
Yeah.
practice firing at the clouds.
Practice firing? You shot 100 missiles?
Yeah.
Wonder what their
You
next
lit
move
up
will
the
be.
sky. Oh my God.
Is that the mothership?
Oh yes. Here it comes.
Is that
Here
Saturn?
Here comes the baby spaceship to the
What
big
will their
spaceship.
next
I think I had one of those
I think
as
that
a
baby
kid.
spaceship's gonna nurse on that thing.
It did look. Is that an alien?
Your space
Clearly
commander
it
has
is.
returned from Earth.
Send him in.
So these are the aliens.
Yes, they dress like they're from
Yeah,
medieval
did
times.
you see
But I
their
thought they were.
alien-
I thought. Then where's Vampira? They doesn't look anything like them.
We had to pull in here to Space Station 7.
Well, they're resurrecting
We're
the
returning to
recently
planet Earth
deceased.
immediately thereafter.
They'll explain
Oh, so
it.
Vampira was a human.
Yeah, she
Oh,
was
yes.
a human
Okay,
at one
okay.
point.
We
No,
contacted
yeah.
government officials.
That explains
Maybe.
her.
Plan 9. It's been absolutely impossible to work through these Earth creatures. Their soul is too controlled.
Plan 9.
Uh-oh.
Ah, yes. Plan 9 deals with the resurrection of the dead. Long-distance electrode shot into the pineal and pituitary glands of recent dead.
This guy rules.
Have you attempted any of this plan?
And
yet?
the movie Ed Wood, he's played by
How
Bill Murray.
successful has it been?
You know, I want to jump the gun here, but I think he's the greatest actor
Just
who's
as
ever lived.
successful on
I'm
the
pretty sure he is. Look at him.
Living.
Look at that eye
No
roll.
suspicion.
And those eyebrows.
We had to dispose of one policeman. However,
Yeah,
none of
his
those
delivery
risen to the
is-
scene. At least not
He's
by
taking
anyone
his time.
who Still
Yeah.
remains alive.
It's too bad it must be handled this way.
I love his axe.
Those
Yeah.
who take from the grave will lead the way.
I think
for
we
our
should try to bring
progress.
that back.
Yes,
that
yeah.
style.
Continue on. Report to me in 2 Earth
EJ,
days.
this is gonna be the theme for your next Halloween party.
Okay.
Plan 9.
It should be. Yeah.
I do like that the aliens have better trigger discipline than
The
humans.
actual
He
human
understands the
police.
difficulties
Yeah.
of the Earth race.
What do you think will be the next obstacle the Earth people will put in our way?
More missiles.
As long as they we'll have our
They can't possibly have more.
If I had to guess, more missiles.
They seem to be a one-trick pony on this planet.
electrode guns. You know, it's an interesting thing when you consider the Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot.
Now he calls them Earth people. Before they were Earth creatures.
Well, our ship
He's
should be
evolving
set
as a character.
start.
Ooh, the nipple spaceship.
It just gave birth.
I love a good mothership. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Nothing like a mothership.
Yeah.
You know?
They need to send Jeff Goldblum up there to install a
Exactly.
virus.
That's no moon.
It's the only way.
Space.
See how I shot that Pepsi can?
Space.
You did not get green on me.
Atmosphere.
Yay.
At least they hid the strings this time.
Sort of.
So,
This is certainly better than the scenes of the monster, the octopus.
oh yeah.
I don't know about
I can watch. I can watch
How
that.
dare you?
Oh, it was the pilot.
Oh. See, I didn't recognize it with
Well,
that.
wife,
without
I need
that
to go to work
uniform.
again.
And my eyes are back on the fence.
This is our home, and nothing's going to take me from it. Besides, most men try and keep their wives from going home to mama.
I like how there's a single thing of salt on the table.
Sorry, a flying machine, darling.
Just
But
in
if you see
case.
any more flying saucers, will you tell them to pick another house?
In case
above?
the aliens are snails.
Don't worry about me.
What luck. I just have this laying around.
Oh, forget about the flanks.
Also, I like that confirmed there are flying saucers, but just like, you know, this is fine.
Yeah.
She's reading the newspaper outside. He's going to work. It's also
She really
nighttime,
is being
apparently.
blasé about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cemeteries out there.
He literally
Locked
witnessed
in there.
that aliens exist, and he's like, oh, it's
Now,
Honey, I just don't know.
Mondays, right, guys?
Honey, I need to go back to work.
I promise. Besides, I'll be in bed before half an hour is gone, with your pillow beside me.
Pillow.
You know that pillow press charges?
I have to have something to keep me company
hear
while
about
you're
that?
away.
I did hear about that.
Sometimes
One of
in the
those
night
weird
when I
Hollywood
feel
stories.
lonely, I reach over and touch it.
What?
It doesn't seem so lonely anymore.
Okay.
Aw.
That crazy kid.
Women in
You
the 50s,
crazy
am I
kid.
right?
You're crazy.
Incorrigible.
I do love you, darling.
Oh my God, you're so crazy.
Whoa.
Oh my
Goodbye.
God.
Holy moly.
He looked like he was trying to swallow her.
Is he an alien?
That'd have been a good twist.
Did they just have sex?
See you Thursday.
Goodbye, honey.
So that's his traveling case?
That's his traveling wife.
It's Dr. Strauss's briefcase.
You know I'm not leaving you until you're locked safely inside.
All right, darling.
At least she took the salt with her.
Yeah, thank goodness. She didn't lock the door, she just shut it.
One day he'll finish
If
his
you're especially
blanket
nice,
garage.
I may even lock the side door.
Ooh.
Like, what is going on with the background?
I'm glad that in the 3 years in between these movies, antennas have gotten much smaller.
Yes.
Was it obvious that there was like a blanket behind that car? Did you catch that?
I was locked in on the antenna.
Oh, it's okay.
Look at him just clearly flying a plane.
He's really going through it there. He's going through something.
It's not piloting.
You're mighty silent this trip, Jack.
He's having like an existential crisis.
Yeah.
I guess I'm preoccupied.
I'm just thinking about that salt on the table.
Is this a prequel to Sully?
Yeah.
Flying this blackbird doesn't give you that opportunity.
So, like, who's flying this plane?
Paula?
Like, neither one of them are currently piloting this thing. I thought the one was supposed to be controlling the one wing and the other one was supposed to be controlling the other wing.
This is a new plane.
Well, maybe they haven't
Ooh,
figured
a
out those
second
crazy
clipboard.
skybirds yet, but I give you
Oh,
50
man.
to 1 odds the police
This movie has
cleared the
everything.
cemetery thing by now.
I hope so.
If you're really that worried, Jeff, why don't you radio in and find out?
Is that a shower
Max will be on
curtain?
duty in studio by
I think it might be, actually.
Call Paul and relay the message to you.
What is the device on the
I
left
don't know how to work from this
wall?
end of the plane.
I was thinking, I was like, is that like a clock?
Is that like an actual
Or is it like,
aeronautic
yeah.
device? I have no idea.
I think it's called the correct scientific term is combobulator.
Kirky,
Gotcha.
have you read that
Yes.
flight schedule?
Thank you.
Isn't that that thing that leads you to the, like the Raiders of the Lost Ark? You put it on top of the little
Yeah,
stick
yeah,
and you hold
yeah.
it up?
I know a friend that'll
Yes.
help us.
Let's have the problem first. Huh, Danny?
Oh, he's worried about Paula.
I read about that cemetery business.
I like how the main pilot is just sitting there, like,
Get there soon enough as it is.
thinking.
Yeah.
Hands in his lap, just like, what am I doing with my life?
They really needed this scene to slow down all the action, right? Just
Hey, I almost forgot.
I kind of want them to go back to just shooting up the sky.
That's for me.
It sure wouldn't hurt a thing, Edie.
Okay, be right back. And say, Jeff, make that call to Mac.
Nah, not only she throw cold water on my Albuquerque plan, but now she's repeating herself. How about that Albuquerque ball?
I can't resist your charm, Danny boy.
His charm?
Gotta make a call.
Residents near the cemetery paid
Oh.
little attention to the blast of thunder and the flash of lightning. But from the black
That's adorable.
arose the moving figure of the dead
The only thing I could
man.
figure is that at one point Ed Wood asked him to put on a Dracula costume and like run around outside.
Yes. I'm so very sad about my wife still. So I'm doing this.
I should stop home.
Break into this person's house.
Hello? Who? Mac? Well, hi, Mac. Sure, I'm all right.
You know, as far as sets go for these movies, this is one of the better ones.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Like a real house.
Jeff, I'm
Yeah.
all right. Okay, Mac.
but the frames are all straight. I don't get it.
Good night.
Yeah, this isn't the same director.
What did she just put in there?
Book.
A book. Ooh, a shadow.
All right. Does she know this guy?
Yeah, everything's fine still, apparently.
I guess you can't have an Ed Wood movie without Bela Lugosi in a, like in a bed. Like, what?
Yeah, just... I'm gonna slowly do this. What?
What in the world was that?
That was an awkwardly staged scene.
Yeah. Wait, do they live
In the
adjacent
cemetery?
To the cemetery, yeah.
Got a great deal on
That's
this
why
house.
that fence was there. Behind that fence
It's
was
a
just
big
a cemetery.
cemetery.
There she is.
Apparently, the wrestler Vampira.
But, oh no, it's daylight.
It's
Daytime?
daylight.
Uh-oh. What does it gotta be?
That
that
is
a
the
tombstone?
smallest tombstone I have ever seen.
Nighttime. Very thin waist.
I was noticing that. I felt like she may have taken her insides out.
Yes. Nighttime.
So what is that?
Yeah, I honestly don't want to see what comes out of here because I'm a little worried.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's a sinkhole.
Like all monsters, your arms must be held up.
Now, I saw her credited in the cast as Vampira, so I'm assuming this is
That was like her character that she would do different magazines, kind of like an Elvira thing.
Okay.
She was the precursor to Elvira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She actually sued Elvira for stealing her act.
I didn't know that, but that makes sense.
Unsuccessfully.
Lobo!
There he is. That's actually kind of rad.
No, that makeup is great.
Like, this is actually kind of a cool scene.
I bet he puts his arms up.
But we saw him
No,
coming out of
he's
the
not
tiny
putting his
grave.
arms. Yeah.
What's up?
We saw him coming out of the tiny grave.
Well, he just had a tiny tombstone.
But now it's huge. It's the biggest tombstone.
He might be okay though, because he didn't
the
put his arms up.
I knew it.
Oh,
Knew it.
freaking A.
Called it.
What the?
Yes, that was awesome.
I'm glad they got that
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah, I don't know what this movie would be if they didn't have that shot. Whoa!
I honestly thought it was going down.
I know. It's daylight.
Right.
There's a harsh shadow on the side right there, so it's definitely daylight. Now
This
it's-
is
now it's
crazy.
nighttime.
This is crazy.
It kind of has like a dreamy sort of thing to it,
Yes.
like surreal.
Mrs. Trent, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell he's a gravedigger by his plaid t-shirt.
I want you to play a different character, but I want you to wear the same outfit.
Yeah.
I bought these
won't be
clothes on a
confusing.
discount, but I won't tell you where I got them.
Score.
Daytime.
Oh no.
Nighttime.
Nighttime.
Daytime.
Like, where are we right now?
Daytime.
Just walk. He moves so slow. Oh, they got away.
This is filmed on the same location as Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yo, I just thought of the ending. That's crazy.
Oh, I guess I'll move too slow.
I wonder if he does a chainsaw dance.
Now, as the zombies, are they just like aimlessly wandering around the cemetery? Like,
I think they are motivated. I just don't really know for certain.
'Cause this is
what
the Plan
they are
9,
trying
right?
to do.
This-
This is a plan.
this is
Yeah.
the plan.
This is the
plan.
9th plan.
I don't know what plan 1 through 8 is, but this is plan 9.
Once Plan 9 was a big hit, Ed Wood was going to make plans 1 through 8.
Yeah.
that just apparently exist in the cemetery and the surrounding cemetery area.
Yes.
It has to be this specific, like, family.
So as long as
specifically.
the billions of people in the world just find their way to that specific cemetery.
If that doesn't
We got
clearly
'em.
line up for you, I mean, I think you're just not paying attention.
I like that I've seen that same footage about 4 or 5 times.
These aliens are missile proof, so they know what they're doing.
Everybody
They know
in
what
these
they're up to.
movies are bulletproof, missile-proof.
Now, where could these zombies be?
They got this music from a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Uh-oh.
Light them up.
Clearly bad people.
LAPD, you know what to do.
You know what to do. So he's watching from space.
No, he's watching. Like I think he's like they're like on Earth right now.
They just
I'm
have
just
little
saying.
square
How?
windows.
I don't know.
Are they subterranean? Hence that ladder.
No, like right now they're on Earth.
Yeah,
They
they're
just
subterranean homesick aliens.
Is this like one
The
one of the
movie forgot
crypts?
to show us that the ship landed. Because they're not flying up into space.
Turn off the electrodes quickly. They can't tell us from anyone else.
The electric swiggler?
I saw Bride of the Monster once. I see where this is going.
I know what the electric swiggler
I
is.
love the electric swiggler.
So there's a ladder outside the building, and then there's a ladder inside the building.
The roof was very important back then.
It's tough to find something when you don't know what you're looking for. I don't think the lieutenant does either. Then what are we doing out
It's
here?
very astute.
Very
An hour ago.
good observation.
Don't ask me any questions. I'm just a hard hand just like you.
He's just.
He's
a
now
hard
pointing the
head
gun in the
just
guy's
like
back. No, that was the ship, I think.
Oh.
I think they just had landed it.
Yeah, they landed, but they never showed us it landing. But it did land at some point.
Spirits like old Farmer Calder talked about.
Well, maybe.
Old Farmer Cole.
Spirits he saw tonight.
at
The
He was
barrel of the
whacking
gun
that guy.
that he's holding.
Forget
Do you
Mrs.
think that
Brett
shoots
claims to
very
have
well?
seen them,
Look
too.
at the barrel.
She didn't have anything on her breath.
Is
She
that
was hysterical.
broken at the tip?
True, she was frightened and in a state of shock. But don't forget
This
that.
guy
Oh
with the
my
gun.
God, stop it!
Away.
Yeah.
This guy with the gun. What is
Like
his
aiming at
deal?
his face.
Don't use your gun as a pointer.
That's not what it's for.
Sometimes it's only the brakes,
I
Larry.
keep losing partners this way.
Lieutenant, did you hear that?
How could we help it? It sure was strange.
Know what it was?
No more than you do.
Went for orders. I get out
Was
of
that
here
his
right now.
mouth?
It was a saucer.
A flying saucer?
Makes you say that. Do you remember the noise we heard the other night? We were knocked to the ground. How could I forget? Exactly. But you're not remembering that sound. There you're wrong, Lieutenant. I'm with the fact the sound is similar, but what about the blinding light? Oh, haven't you heard? And many times the saucer hasn't had a glow, or a light of any kind for that matter. That proves
He's very
it.
knowledgeable.
But next,
Yeah,
Lieutenant.
they seem to know a lot. All of a sudden.
I know an awful lot about
Jamie,
UFOs.
we found a grave that looks like it's been busted into.
What? Where?
Why, what?
Come on, man.
What?
We haven't
What?
all day to waste.
Oh, just over there beyond the crypt.
All right, show
On
us
the
the
other
way.
side of this cemetery that we haven't left.
Look, here it is, Lieutenant.
It's really, really spot
Yeah.
on.
It's been broken into, all right.
Strange. If someone had broken in, the dirt should be piled up here somewhere. It looks like it's fallen into the grave.
Larry, you'll be out of uniform before you know it.
Do we have the right to look down there, Lieutenant?
Technically, no.
No?
Why not?
That's not my
Insane.
jurisdiction.
He knows the book inside and out. He knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't look inside the hole.
What you mean? The gravestone's down there.
Well, let's go down and find out who's
Well, wait, I thought we weren't allowed to go down there.
going down and finding out.
Are you sure you mean that, Lieutenant?
If I didn't mean it, I wouldn't have said
This
it.
is a Three Stooges routine.
Yeah. So that cop was like, we should go down. And the lieutenant's like, I don't think we can. You know what? Let's go down.
there.
And that cop's like, I don't think about it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want it. And now the lieutenant's like forcing him down.
And now they're just climbing into it. They're just like, yeah.
Ironically, these guys were a Marx Brothers tribute group that Ed Wood just picked off the street.
It's too dark. Give me a flashlight.
How about a match?
How about a
A
match?
match.
Let me have them.
Okay.
I can see perfectly.
I gotta say, that match is actually quite effective.
Yeah.
But he ain't in it.
I see the Washington
Meanwhile,
Monument.
Pentagon in Washington, D.C.
I think we
there's
saw
Pentagon
that
again,
shot
yeah.
before.
Right, G2.
Is it? This must be NASA.
No, it's the Pentagon.
Come in, Colonel Edwards. Close the door. At ease,
Space.
Colonel. Thank you, sir. Sit down.
He has a picture of outer space, so that's how you know he's knowledgeable.
I understand, Colonel, you've been on tap for many of our saucer attacks.
I'm in charge of field operations.
I'm in
sir.
charge of firing the missiles.
It's the one thing I'm good at.
I fired 400 missiles.
You realize there's a government directive stating that there is no such thing as a flying saucer.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Stand by your statement that you've seen flying saucers?
Well, yes, sir.
This could mean a court-martial admitting this against direct orders.
General Robert.
Now listen to me. There are no flying saucers. You think there are flying saucers?
Then what do we fire all those missiles at? They're just regular planes, passenger planes.
We're not sure what those were.
I like you, Colonel.
Thank you, sir.
There are flying saucers.
They sure waste a lot of time with unnecessary
Yeah, this
dialogue
is-
in this movie.
Yeah.
What are we going to do about them?
I don't know. We could sit here and
Then,
talk about them.
They really are there.
I thought you were convinced of that.
I am.
Until
You
I'm
had
not.
contact with them.
I like the idea that Ed Wood is like, okay, I'm gonna have this character start. I don't believe in UFOs, and then I'm gonna switch it up.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really the same as the grave scene.
Right. Yeah.
Jumbled noise.
And now, sir?
Well, since they first tried contact with us by radio, we've developed a language computer. A machine that breaks down any language to our own.
The aliens speak English. Like, this is
Right.
not necessary.
You missed the translator chips in their neck.
We spent
Millions on this.
we spent $1 billion in 1959 USD.
They speak English. It's fine. We don't need it.
This was the precursor to Google Translate. This thing.
This is Eros, a space soldier from a planet of your galaxy.
That thing's gonna raise some deadites.
I like how he introduced himself as a space soldier.
Yeah.
Perfected the dictal robotary. Or as you on Earth call it,
I'm a space soldier.
The way that he's just nodding, he's like, yeah, I get that.
since the beginning of your time, we have been far beyond your planet. It has taken you centuries to even grasp what we developed eons of your years ago. Do you still believe it impossible we exist?
Each of these scenes must have like 15 pages of dialogue.
Yeah, seriously. There's got to be like 15, 20. Like this scene alone
It's just
is
been
insane.
going on.
Yeah.
Why does the alien, like, is he like rubbing it in? He's like, you still don't believe we exist.
We're real.
Do you believe me now? Just
Had to take certain means.
Well, what do we fucking have to do?
That is because of your big guns, which have destroyed some of our representatives. If you persist in denying us,
they're literally just sitting there for minutes, just listening to this guy exposit.
Why not show the alien having this
Saying it,
conversation,
yeah.
right?
Just doing something.
Yeah, you just are filming two actors listening.
Reacting. Like this guy's scratching his face, pulling out his ear right now.
The other guy was
Yeah.
stroking,
Looking for something
moving his
to do.
eyebrows around.
verge of destroying the
Okay.
entire universe. We are
Tell them.
Tell them show.
So we
age-old rule of screenwriting.
So we've
Tell, don't
discovered
show.
that aliens are real, and they never shut the hell up. Just close the.
Listen, these guys are fucking annoying.
Yeah,
A dozen up to now. This was the last one. We received it over a month ago.
You think they mean business?
We can't afford to take any chances. Come over here.
Do they mean business? Well, we shouldn't risk it.
You ever been to Hollywood?
Oh, a couple of times, a few years ago.
We're going to be there in the morning. Just a few minutes from Hollywood, in the town of San Fernando, reports have come in of saucers flying so low
Wow.
the exhaust knocked people to the ground. There have even been stated claims of saucer landings. Major Carlson will replace you while you're out there. You're the best man for the job of attempting to contact them. Find
This is
what in
This
hell
is
it
still going on.
this is still going on.
This is still the same scene.
Yeah, same scene. Oh.
That is
Here's
again
this whole
another
portfolio.
enormous.
Yeah.
Turn them over to intelligence
Fold.
when you get to Los Angeles.
Yeah. There's gonna be 3 headshots of Bela Lugosi in there.
Earlier in this
We got
conversation,
him
I
wearing his
threatened a
doctor
court-martial.
outfit.
I need you to
And
take
the
these
clown.
headshots. Go to the cemetery. Take these headshots. Let me know what they got.
Wow.
Back to the mothership.
Mothership.
Good. We've gone now 10 seconds without them expositing in an office. So I do like the alien salute, though. I find it very cool.
It makes me think of, dude, where's my car? Zoltan.
Oh, yeah.
You are many days late.
You know what's crazy is that outfit is like a medieval times outfit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he even has like the medieval axe on it, right? Like,
Yeah. So what does that mean?
Our ships have been viewed near the point of operations.
And what has this added?
Remember, he's a soldier.
is he the space soldier? Who was the
That's
of,
Eros.
of the aliens in this room? Who was the one that sent the message?
He's the Captain Eros, the one sitting.
That guy has a name?
Eros.
Eros?
Eros.
EROS?
Wow.
That's correct.
Taken 2 ships from your command.
I mean,
So he's the one giving all the commands.
Yes. Yeah,
it's a
he's
Greek
the guy.
god of love.
Continue your mission alone. I have need of your other ships elsewhere. Even though you have risen 3 of the Earth's dead, the plan is far from successful. And you, Eros,
Because you only resurrected 3 people.
Yeah.
Millions of people in America.
Yeah, there's still
You
a
gotta
lot
like slow it down.
We will not fail. Everything is on our side.
not everything. You do not have the live Earth people.
He's so.
He do not
He's
have
like
the
the best
live
actor.
He's
in this.
amazing. He is amazing.
Yeah.
At the scene of your present operations.
That is correct.
I like how he's judging him. You're going to wear that?
The scene of operations.
Kind of want to see his shoes.
Yeah, I was gonna say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
Hey.
they're here.
Hey, he's got his whip marks back on his face.
Lobo.
He's close enough. Turn off your electrode gun. No!
Oh no, it jammed.
Stop him, Dennis!
Not the space social.
Stop him, you fool!
Now,
Gun to the floor antenna. The metal will break contact.
It must be malfunctioning.
Oh.
wow. I'm glad we were introduced to these aliens and their technology sucks. Like,
Yeah.
you have to whack it off the wall.
Whack the gun off the wall. Should work.
Bring the giant here that I may get a better look at him.
The face.
What? Wait, he had a gun the whole time.
Listen here, walk this way. I know you're a zombie, but
Yes,
this
he's a
gun is
fine
threatening.
specimen. Are they all this powerful on planet Earth?
This one is an exception, Excellency.
What are the other two like?
One is a woman, the other an old man.
What an exception.
One is very frail and
So
cannot
worthless.
Help us.
This gives me a plan.
Ah.
Put the big one away.
Pick up your electrode gun.
Put the big
Make
one
sure it's in
away.
working order before pointing it at him.
Yeah, tell us the rest of the plan.
So this has to be plan 10.
10.
This is plan 10, right?
It's
Nine-
9B. I
yeah,
would go
9B.
with 9B.
Yeah.
All right, say you would get a wish, like from a genie.
Yeah.
Would you rather
Okay.
a 10th plan
The old one must be
or
sacrificed.
Mambo number 6?
We land on Earth.
God.
Some of the old
Why hasn't there been a Mambo number 6?
It's wait. Because we don't need it yet.
electromagnetic
There
got
will
in
come
the
a time in the
back pocket.
future where
result for a
this world
strong
will
those
need.
watching.
Yeah.
A
But
sixth
right now,
Mambo. Right now.
we're just waiting.
Do you think that's what's
Yeah.
going to unify everybody?
I think so.
Yeah, Mambo number 6.
Mambo number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4,
That's
5.
that's actually at the end of the next Avengers movie. Just like, how can we recover?
Lou Bega returns.
He's back. Oh yeah, a movie.
Oh yeah.
Eros, the Earth people are getting closer to that which we fear.
Wait, no, he's
No,
Eros.
Yeah,
So
that's
that guy's
Eros.
Eros.
Respect our
Oh.
Well,
What's
that's
the other
Unless he
guy's
talks
name?
in third person like The Rock or something. I don't know.
No, it's like George Foreman. All the aliens are just named George Foreman.
it depends.
You have enough of the dead recruits.
Which one is Dudley Manlove?
The Earth with nothing
Because
standing
that's the
in
one
your
that's
way.
playing Eros.
Their own dead will be
Oh.
used to make them accept our existence.
Because I know that's
and believe
Bunny Breckenridge.
This one is?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not Eros.
Oh, okay.
So then, and missed opportunity for Dudley. He should have been called Dudley. Dudley Man Love.
Dudley Man Love.
Or the
Dude
Attitude
Love.
Era.
That was another wrestler, right?
Yeah, Dude Love. For sure. Okay.
I love that shot of the car just zipping by from.
And it wasn't even the same car. It
No,
was a
it was
police
a
car,
weird
and it was
cut.
just
Like-
like just a regular car.
Listen, I want to fade into another scene.
There's that fence.
Still just sitting outside at night reading books.
This is Colonel Edwards from Washington, D.C.
I gotta say, she's taking it pretty easy for having like a zombie vampire home invader.
Yeah, that would fuck you up for the rest of your life.
You would think you would maybe not stay in that house.
Sit outside.
Like,
Yeah,
you think
right.
she would be in, like, a hospital or something? Just getting checked on, you know?
So it seems like they have some sody pops. Yeah, some Coke. Look at that product placement. Look at that.
There we go.
Whoa, they got Coca-Cola?
He just didn't face it the right way. Could have made some bank.
I don't think I'd want to see it either. One thing more.
Is that salt again?
I like that they're drinking it like it's wine.
I know.
Yeah. I'd like my Coca-Cola in a decanter, please.
Wasn't hot, wasn't cold.
What year is this?
Ooh, good year.
Couldn't get off the ground.
What year is this Coca-Cola?
This is the type where they still use cocaine.
Pressure of the wind until it was gone. When the glare left us, we could see a glowing ball
Look
disappearing.
how bored that actor is on the right.
Yeah, far right, the
Yeah,
pilot.
very far right.
I feel like he's been like that the whole movie.
It's just like, God, this is
why he
not
got
what I signed
cast,
up
yeah.
for.
She was pretty quiet about the whole home invasion thing
Yeah.
too, you know?
Yeah, she's not like, you know what? I was like chased out of my house.
Yeah.
By
She
a
didn't bring it up
Dracula.
once.
Like, yeah, so here's some like officers instead of that. Be like, I saw a bird. I saw it in the sky.
And every word of it's true.
Dracula chased me from day into night and night into day.
That military guy's jacket is bursting at the seams.
Yeah, it is.
Did find anything that based
Fat
fact
guy
or
in
not?
little coat.
Hey, you hear anything?
That mustache looks familiar.
Why couldn't I be in a better movie?
I think that guy's doing such a good job at acting is because he's like contemplating his life's choices for real. Like he and his character are aligned.
Is that Joe Latrillo?
I thought the cop in the first movie was like Joe Latrullio, actually.
Oh, yeah.
There's something out there.
Cover up.
Oh, no. Everyone's looking in different directions.
Can they see him? Like what?
I don't know. He's like in a void right now.
It looks like they're looking at this cop and he's just like, what's up?
But there's like nothing in the background.
They have their guns drawn all the time, except for when they need to fire it.
Oh, no.
What's
This
the
guy's no
hesitation?
cop.
Either get out of there or shoot him. Why is he like slowly crawling away?
That was amazing.
Are they
So-
all sharing the same space?
No, so they
together?
could see him. Like that was just nearby. Like,
They're just
why are
watching.
they helping him?
I know.
I know. They all just sit there. He's got it.
He was walking from their direction.
Oh, he has a gun.
Everyone's got a gun.
When did he pull a gun out? Why do people shoot guns like that?
Oh, okay. That answered everything. Wait, where did Joe Latrullio go?
He's not.
Oh, no.
He changed into a Spirit of Halloween skeleton.
That was actually Bela Lugosi.
Yeah, that was actually Bela Lugosi's
Oh, no. Too soon, Mike.
Yeah, it was
He,
back then.
he would have.
bones.
He would have. He asked for that.
Take me up.
No, just.
Dig up my corpse, defile my corpse for a screen gag.
I need you to use my own skeleton.
I'm very method.
Did they say he'll be all right?
Yeah, he's like unconscious. He'll be all right. How much money do you have? $6. $6?
I had a dream. You were there, and you were there.
Was or what happened. But unless that bag of bones over there can reassemble itself, It's all they're running now.
Oh, wow.
Let's go back to the cemetery.
So, like, what are they doing about the bones, though?
Yeah.
That's somebody else's problem.
Just the guy, the pilot, just grabs him and throws him over the fence.
Plan 9.
Plan C. Plan 9C.
We're on plan 915 dash.
Right. So, just so we're keeping score here, they wanted the zombies to kill people.
Yes.
And the zombie was about to kill someone.
Right.
And then they killed the zombie.
Yes. Well,
This plan's
Obviously.
bulletproof.
if you just read the plan, it would be clear.
They're playing chess. Everybody else is playing checkers.
You have a gun?
We all have guns, sir.
We're all armed.
They are. If we learned anything from tonight, they are packed.
We are armed to the teeth.
Every cast member has a gun.
Take this. Never tell.
Some
just
people
handed
are
him
like,
2
hey, do you have an
guns."
extra gun? Yeah, I sure do.
He pulls them out of like a garter.
They just open. The budget for cigarettes and bullets in this movie is just.
On missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, the missiles.
Forget about the missiles.
And wicker chairs.
Yeah.
In the bedroom, she had wicker chairs.
She
as well.
did, yeah.
A lot of wicker in this movie.
If you're keeping track of wicker chairs, there are 7.
Yes.
Jeez.
For the ones counting at home, we're at 7.
That's why you brought me here, right? You were like, Casey,
Right.
we need you to count the chairs.
Yeah.
That was your one job.
Yeah. And I did it. Nailed it.
You
This
did
guy
very-
has no luck.
She's so iconic.
This is? Yeah.
I think this is the only movie she ever did, too.
Really?
Yeah.
I figured that.
As that character.
I wonder.
Look, Colonel, some things just can't happen.
Yeah,
This is a
but
huge hole.
raked across
Well,
Oh, I
that's
guess it was
Tor
Tor's.
Johnson, yeah.
I don't think that was George. He had like a
He had
tiny
a tiny
hole.
grave. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it
Immediately
started
small
off as a small hole. That's the thing. He had a tiny grave, and then the movie decided
Was
that
that
it was
like?
a large grave.
Do you honestly think that was like maybe a bit because like he's so large? That
Right.
was supposed to be like.
We'll give him a
like-
tiny
Yeah,
little...
because he looks so big in comparison.
Yeah.
I think
Because they have regular sized tombstones.
Right. Let's give him a cereal box sized
They
tombstone.
must be halted before they can inform others about it.
But there were others in the car.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Tor Johnson
As we all know,
was
the
the
police chief. They are usually first responders
Send the
to
victim
incidents.
before the girl and the policeman. I'll turn on the dictorobatary so
How did Tor Johnson die?
He was
Like in
attacked.
real life?
No, I don't care about that.
He was attacked by
Yeah, he was attacked by a
Bella.
ghoul.
A ghoul.
the 2 ghouls, yeah.
2 ghouls got him.
I guess she's just sleeping in the back of the car.
Yeah, like if I was her, I would never sleep again.
Hey, I remember him from before.
It's the police. Well,
Ah,
he's going to
Chief.
recognize his own boss.
Chief, we
Right.
haven't seen you in a while. Where you been?
Hop in.
He just opens fire. It's like, wait a minute. Oh, I just been wanting to do that.
One thing a policeman learns, Mr. Trent, is patience.
Oh.
Well, you guys have not shown that at all. The one thing you'll learn, police show patience.
Patience and gun safety. It's everything you learn in Police Academy.
We'll investigate, but move carefully.
Get your gun, sir.
Roll initiative.
This is also carrying a trend of Tor just being so stealthy.
His arms
Yeah.
are up.
Stealth 100.
I forgot something in the trunk.
Can I have a ride home?
He thought he was going for a double high five.
Yeah, he did.
Ah, Chief, finally the praise I deserve.
He can't possibly open a door. Oh crap! He can open a door.
Oh no, he can open doors.
Steven Spielberg saw the scene and was like, I have an idea for some dinosaurs.
So there's a ladder.
Yeah, on the outside of the flying saucer. That
Also,
clearly
this
is
is a very square flying saucer.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of right angles.
The designer must have been a brutalist.
Metal sound like that before.
That's architecture.
I gotcha.
Thanks. Thank you.
We're playing Control on my stream, so you know a lot about Brutal's architecture.
Not sure I want to find out.
I wonder how you get in, he says, and I bet you he opens the door very quickly. Oh, no. Okay.
Shout out to the door sound effect. That was awesome.
The sliding doors, yeah.
That was so cool.
They're just outside.
Do you think the people that made Star Trek watched this and were like, there's some gold to be
I
mined?
think Gene Roddenberry probably saw this movie, yeah.
Oh, 100%.
He was like, I could do something with this.
I mean, if we're being fair, it's black and white, but, like, the uniforms are not un-Starfleet-like.
Oh, 100%.
There's also, like, a random ladder on the Enterprise also.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
The Enterprise is the ship of ladders.
Yeah.
Right by the 17, there's just a ladder.
Yeah. Who knows where it goes?
Oh, if it goes, that's a chance.
But they got, like, the emblem on the same place where they would have the Federation emblem. It's shockingly close.
See what the inside of one of these looks like. Got your gun
Gene
ready?
Roddenberry's a hat.
Tell you one thing, if a little green man pops out of me, I'm shooting first and asking
Wouldn't it be crazy if you see the credits and it's like, and, you know, cameraman Gene Roddenberry.
Gene Roddenberry.
That thief.
Script supervisor.
Look, I like her gun. That she hasn't used it once. Oh, no, she did. She
It
did.
keeps breaking in inopportune times.
Well, wouldn't it be better to kill a few now than, with their meddling, permit them to destroy the entire universe?
They're very Shakespearean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would agree. Kill a few now so you don't destroy the universe.
Oh, no. They made their way in. Here
Oh, no.
They're in the smallest room. Now, this is crazy, right? Because...
Oh, man.
We will do as you command.
Guys are in for some serious shit.
No, for the moment about it. You just do as I tell you.
That guy in the middle is very wide.
I was thinking the same thing. Shoulder pads, you know?
You do not need guns.
Maybe we think we do.
Have you met these guys?
Amazing.
That was a great line.
And you two look like you've got a lot of both.
True, they would be effective upon us. If you were to have the opportunity to use them.
Mister, if you don't get away from that control board, I'll show you just how effective they can be.
Oh.
Whoa.
It's a real standoff.
Shall we talk now or wait? Your friends will be here shortly.
What friend?
What friends?
I don't have any
friends. Have you seen us? We don't have friends.
We keep pulling guns on everyone.
What
No one wants to
friends?
be around us.
Next time you try that, I won't aim at the board.
You're a headstrong young man. I was only
Well,
going
fuck
to
you
tell
too.
you
Yeah.
you could see her movements.
Okay, what is
Look,
that?
That was nothing. Like,
Look out this window.
Very carefully.
All right.
Okay.
did he really
Oh,
hit him
there
with
we
the
go.
look
Oh,
at
there
you,
it
look
is.
at the thumb? G, you're dumb. They just.
Seriously, what did Gene Roddenberry like watch this? He's like,
She's
hey,
over.
I want to have like telescreen,
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
You fiend.
I? A fiend? I am a soldier of our planet.
What planet?
I? A fiend?
Very insulted.
We did not come here as enemies. We came only with friendly intentions.
What?
To kill people and
We
make
brought
them
your death
zombies.
back to kill you. In a friendly way.
Your aid for the whole universe. But your governments of Earth refused even to accept our existence. Even though you've seen
They are
us,
really taking
heard our
the
messages,
cover
you
up and
still
strong.
refuse to
Yeah.
accept us.
Why is it so important that you want to contact the governments of our Earth?
Because of death. Because all you of Earth are idiots.
Yep.
You just hold on, Buster.
The one human they got to.
That's
You can
where
call
I
me an
draw
idiot,
the
but
line.
don't.
They began to kill your own people a few at a time. Then the bomb.
No, we're not. And
Then
they
a
cut to
larger
him.
bomb. Many people are killed at one time. Then your scientists stumbled upon the atom bomb. Split the atom. Then the hydrogen bomb, where you actually explode the air itself. Now you can brings the total destruction of the entire universe served by
I just want to
our
get out of
science.
here.
I like the guy from the Pentagon is like, what is he talking about?
There's no such thing.
I've been in the military. I've been in the military 20 years.
Adam, what?
He's gonna hit him with the classic nuh-uh.
Now you hold on there, Buster.
Will not comprehend its strength until it's too late. You're way above our
Now you hold on there, Buster.
Solar night is a way to explode the actual particles of sunlight. But that's impossible. Even now, your scientists are working on a way to harness the sun's rays. The rays of sunlight are minute particles. Is it so far from your imagination?
Oh no, he's
they
gonna
cannot
go into
do as I have
metachlorine.
suggested? Why, a particle of sunlight can't even be seen or measured. Can
You
see
aliens
or measure
love
an
to
atom?
yap. That's all I can say.
One thing I could tell about these aliens, you love to
So what
talk.
if we do develop this solenite bomb? We'd be
Is
even
the is
stronger nation
the
than
plan 9 is really just to bore people to death by talking?
Your stupid minds. Stupid. Stupid. That's all I'm taking from you. Get back! Let him finish.
That's all I'm taking from you.
Why is he pointing the
Yeah, he's
gun at her?
Yeah, that's like
navel.
Men like you that all must be
he's
destroyed.
like poking her
Yeah.
pretty hard too.
Violent. No use of the mind God gave you. You talk of God?
You also think it impossible that we too might think of God?
Yes.
You, who wear the uniform of your country. You see, I wear the uniform of my country.
And that is?
Yes?
He has little Darth Vader helmets on his belt.
But you left us no alternative. When you have the solarite, you have nothing. Nor does the universe.
You speak of solar night, but just what is it?
I already told you.
Take a
Don't go over it again, please. Just wrap this up.
No
Can
questions.
you go a little bit further on that?
Now,
I still don't fully understand the solar night.
to a ball, representing the Earth. Now, the gasoline represents the sunlight. The
I like if he brought out some charts.
Here we
Why did we spend all that money on the language converter?
I understand these guys perfectly.
The one guy put his gun down in his hand in his pocket, like, wow, I'm really interested in what he's saying here.
They're just standing there, staring.
I wish they would just like cut to like have like all those dissolves as the guy's talking. Like, all this
Just someone
passing
just like
time.
he
Just in
sleeps.
inner thoughts.
What the fuck is this guy talking about?
The guy in the middle's like, oh man, I can't wait to go home, do a couple reps,
I don't know
drink some
what.
coffee.
Thinking about flying.
I wish this guy wouldn't talk so much.
I can't wait to fly to Seattle and just sit there in my thoughts.
That guy to my left has got a real cool hat.
I mean,
I
this
want
is
to know where he got
insane.
it, but he might think it's weird if I ask him.
Mad? Is it mad that you destroy other people to save yourselves? You have done this. Is it mad that one country must destroy another to save themselves? You have also done this. How then is it mad that one planet must destroy another who threatens the very existence?
What? She had 5 lines and he's like, shut up.
I've been talking for the last 20 minutes. You can't.
You're boring everybody.
I have 10 more pages of dialogue. Shut up.
Wait, our entire aim is for the development.
One thing I can't stand for.
So wait, Tor left him alive?
So the real message of this movie is no matter what planet you're from, there's narcissistic white men who love to yap everywhere.
Yeah.
Welcome to Freakquels.
I asked for lots of help. You sounded drunk or something on the radio.
I didn't see it with my own eyes. I'd never believe it.
Believe what?
It was horrible. And he almost
Look at her
broke my shoulder.
fingers.
Look, what do you
I can't believe this guy's having a tough night.
Yeah.
Joe?
Now who slugged you?
Yeah. Bela Lugosi kind of like strangled him
Yeah.
a little bit. Tor
You got
Johnson.
icky skeleton toe?
Yeah.
Only not like we remembered him.
He fell for the old high fives.
Well, the way it was busted into, wasn't it?
Next you'll tell me you saw skeletons.
Well, I did.
I did
He
see
did see skeletons.
All of us saw it. The lieutenant, the colonel, everybody.
Where's the lieutenant now?
We've got to find him. Mr. Trenner's gone. I was left here to guard her. But Clay showed up and put me out of the running. And the second time tonight, and I'm getting darn tired of it.
Which way were they going?
Off that way.
Come on.
Tor Johnson. His makeup is awesome.
Amazing.
Okay.
I like how his acting move is mouth open.
Ball of fire.
Mouth agape.
All that out there. The stars, the planets, all just an empty void.
You two had better come along with us.
Come with you?
Book 'em, Dano.
So it seems you think you have the upper hand.
Well, here's another long monologue.
Jeff.
You better take a look at that. Isn't that your fiance?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about her.
She is unarmed. But he would kill in seconds if I so choose.
Holy cow.
It's glowing.
Look there. It's Clay, all right. There's no mistaking that.
And he's got Mrs. Trent.
Get your gun ready.
It wasn't already.
Clay is dead, and we buried him. How are we going to kill somebody that's already dead? Dead! And
Like
yet there
this.
he stands. That other one earlier, I emptied a full clip into.
I'm seeing it. That's the only reason I'm listening to you. Look, I've got an idea. Hurt him or not, we've got to try something. I'm going to sneak up behind him and whop him over the head.
Oh, no.
That's a good plan.
I cannot wait for this.
How do you kill something that's already dead? Why don't we hit it with a stick?
Yeah, guns won't possibly work, but maybe a stick?
Think it'll work?
Oh, anything else to try?
Oh, no.
Can't think of anything else to try.
This is...
It's gonna work.
It worked. Freaking worked.
We found out how to kill the aliens.
And they're watching out the windows, just like, all right, guys, light them up.
They found our only weakness.
Take care of the others.
Your men have felled the big one. This could only happen because the electrode ray is off. He'll walk again when I turn it on.
All that?
Right there.
Suppose the lieutenant and the others are in that thing.
Well, supposing there are margins or something in there.
What did he say?
Don't,
Who
the
knows?
wood-
Who knows?
They don't have any wood sticks with them. They are not gonna win.
There's a ladder there, and I just want someone to crawl up it.
You brought guns to the wood stick fight. Is he knocking?
Open up in there.
What kind of knock is that?
Wait a minute, the aliens have the same instrument from the plane.
What a whiff.
Look at that. It's the same symbol thing.
Open the door.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, there
Call
it
the
is.
donut. Call the donut.
Oh, no.
We saw that gag in
There's
Ride
a
of
lot of
Monsters.
smoke for something
Yeah.
so small.
Yeah. A lot of these movies end the same way, these monster movies, where like there's like a bit of a brawl and everything just starts exploding all around them.
It's wild.
Get out of here, Jeff. The ship's on fire.
That guy's name is Jeff? This whole time?
Jeff Trent.
My Jeff.
Oh, no.
Gotta go back for my gun.
What was he looking for?
Yeah, that was very dramatic. Like,
Just open the window. Let some of it out.
so wait a minute. He left the door to the right, and
Yeah.
she looked out the window to the left to see him exiting the door.
I like that it's trying to take off
Now they're
completely
just
on
like,
fire.
now they're just big. Oh my god!
Jesus.
one. Sooner or later, there'll be others. Look!
Skeleton.
So he literally got taken out because of a wooden stick.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of foreshadowing leading to this.
It was a Dracula's.
I guess that you'll look like him. With the ship and the ray gun gone, they have no control. We gotta hand it to them, though. They're far ahead of us.
I guess.
Yes.
I mean,
You know, Vampira's still there.
Yeah,
It's
where,
like
yeah, where is she?
they're far ahead of us, and then it just cuts to the ship on fire.
At least they were advanced.
Aw.
My friend, you have seen this incident based on sworn testimony. Can you prove that it didn't happen? Perhaps on your way home, someone will pass you in the dark, and you will never know it, for they will be from outer space. Many scientists believe that another world is watching us this moment. We once laughed at the horseless carriage.
if they are, I'm
The
sorry,
airplanes,
guys.
Yeah.
My deepest
the electric
apologies.
light, vitamins, radio, and even
I like his
television.
bow tie.
Yeah.
And
Bow
now
tie's
some
pretty
of us
cool.
laugh at outer space.
He's not wearing any pants.
Now I'm going to stand up.
God help us in the future.
Oh boy, you don't know. You don't know the half of it.
That's a cool last shot, I guess.
It's like
The
Hollywood.
end. Filmed in Hollywood.
Filmed in Hollywood, USA. That's the end, guys.
Wow. Everyone did a job.
Congratulations, everybody.
Woo! We made it through.
You made
Yeah, we
it.
made it through Plan 9 from outer space. Did you guys like it?
like 3 woos
Yeah.
and some scattered applause.
All right, by
It
applause.
felt necessary.
Did you guys like Bride of the Monster better? Or did you... Oh, okay. Or did you like Plan 9 from outer space better? Okay, all right.
Huh?
I think that answers that question.
Well then, the age-old question has been answered. Can't talk anymore.
Anseld.
Anseld Eggert? Sure. So let's go into it. So first off, what did you guys think?
Starting with the guest.
You like putting me on the spot here.
I just
don't
like throwing you
yeah,
under the bus.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what. He got writing credits for this movie where he didn't have the writing credits in Bride of the Monster, right?
Yep.
I think he had something interesting to say about war and like using science to create weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he effectively communicated that. Because it's interesting, right? Because I feel like the gags, I think the way that people remember this is Bela Lugosi and like probably the insane like action scenes, not the minutes and minutes of dialogue exposition.
Right.
But I bet when Ed Wood made this movie or was trying to make this movie, he was probably like, yeah, I have something here about, you know.
My thoughts on
Right,
where we are.
Weapons and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Because in the 50s, it was like very shortly after the atomic bomb.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just like
I mean,
coming right off of that.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking, it was 59, right? So, yeah, probably 15 years or so. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's wild. Yeah, and I feel like he was like, you know what? I have a little commentary I want to throw at it, but that's not what people remember about this movie.
No,
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah.
And what's ironic is, like, we were joking during the movie about, like, the Star Trek uniforms and stuff like that. That
Right.
other science fiction things that are going to come later are going to say the same thing about humans and weapons and things like that more
Right.
effectively, right?
Exactly.
So he wasn't wrong. He just maybe wasn't that effective at communicating it in this movie, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's because also the fact that he didn't have any money
Yeah,
to make
yeah.
this. Like his time was probably just like crunched to the point where it's like I have to write a script really fast. I have to get this thing produced. I have to cast people. He has to do everything
Right. But here's
on
the weird
his own.
thing. The like action scenes, the costumes, even like some of the sets and stuff
Right.
were great. So if he just did less dialogue and more of that, he might have actually had something, you know?
Sure.
Yeah. And it's weird because I think like all the ghoul stuff was a lot of fun and visually kind of cool, but also like the aliens like monologues and stuff. I think if you just stuck with one or the other, it probably would have worked in a way.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, it did work because we're talking about it today, right?
That's what I was gonna say. Is like,
I don't know.
You know, for this to be called the worst movie ever made, right? What would you say would be bad about it, right? Like I said, the costumes and stuff were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Story pretty interesting, right? Like
it's more like I would say like the technical failings,
or just like it's all over the place with the zombies and
I think like people
cuts
like pick out like all the continuity errors, things like that, and they laugh at it, but like at the core of it was an idea, and as you said, just wasn't perfectly executed. But like you can listen to what he's saying in it, and you're like, okay, like you're talking about how like you start off with a firecracker, and then suddenly you're making the atomic bomb, and then one day you're trying to like find a way to even turn the sun into a weapon, and it's thoughtful, but I always got this sense with him that it was like he had like a million ideas, and every single time he was making a movie, he was like, this is gonna be the last one I get to make, and he just threw it all into the one movie.
So here's my last like hypothetical thing, right? Clearly, he had built some relationship with Bela Lugosi, right? And I feel like he probably had this idea for this sci-fi movie, but he has this friend, and they clearly filmed some demo tapes, and then his friend passes away, right? Now, so is he adding Bela Lugosi because it's going to be a name that's going to draw people to this movie, or does he feel some level of compellingness to like make a movie because he had this tape with his friend, right?
I think it's the latter, because Lugosi at that point was not a box office draw.
Right.
He was like, I mean, nobody would hire him because it wasn't even just the fact that, you know, his movies weren't bringing him money anymore. He was older, and he was also like addicted to like morphine.
Right.
So like nobody hired him. No one wanted to hire him. So it's like sticking him in your movie wasn't like a feather in your cap, really. But he just, from what I understand, grew up loving Bela Lugosi's movies.
Exactly.
And was like, holy shit, I get to put this guy in one of my movies, and I think there's something really beautiful about that.
So if Lugosi was still alive at the time of the filming, he probably would have been one of the outer space aliens, and they might have not had to do the zombie aspect, right? And I feel like, you know, some of the things that we'll laugh at might have been tough production choices where he was, you know, because he was doing it all himself.
Yeah.
You know, where he just had to do the best of what he could given the circumstance, right?
Right. Yeah. Like you Frankensteined this story together.
Like for all we know, he met Bela Lugosi prior to Lugosi's death, right? And was like, I got a great idea for a science fiction movie and I want you in it. And then next thing you know, maybe he passes away and all he has is this like B-reel footage of him running around this graveyard, right?
Right.
Just build a film around it. And points for creativity. Because I mean, seriously, like you have one small line of film, right? Like you have like this tiny little can of film, and you make a movie around it.
Right.
That's kind of rad.
Yeah.
And again, I give him, like, I think I said it in the first part of this or second part of this. I don't remember, but he was like a studio outsider, and he was kind of like punk rock.
Yeah.
You know, and he did so much with very, very little, and I think that's commendable. So when people say the worst director of all time or the worst movie of all time, I'm like, I just have to disagree with that, because like there is something interesting buried in there. I've seen movies that I completely forget about, big budget movies that are directed really well, that are like written okay, and they just leave my brain.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that to me is a much worse movie than a movie that I can just watch and have fun with.
I just think all movies have continuity errors and gaffes and stuff like that. Like even Star Wars has like the stormtrooper hitting his head, right?
Yeah.
Movies have that. And I think that there is to a certain extent, because I'm not defending this as like an amazing all-time classic, but I think when you come into something with a preconceived notion and you have that expectation that, oh, this is bad, before I hit play, all of those things are drawn to the forefront.
Absolutely.
Where if you were to go to a movie theater and pick any movie right now and just watch it objectively, there's probably continuity errors and weird stuff that just you're not even thinking about because your like radar isn't up for that stuff. And I think that a lot of this movie is a victim of its like
reputation.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, let's turn it over to the emojis. So, Casey, do you want to go first?
Sure. I guess I got to give a vampire emoji, right?
Okay.
That sounds pretty good. And you know what? Because I liked it, I'm going to give the salt emoji.
Salt.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad it was good. I'm glad it. Rory, how about you?
I'm going to also go with a vampire, but a spaceship.
Oh, perfect.
And a little clapboard for movies.
Yes.
And a heart, because I'm telling you, if anyone has time, look up the movie Ed Wood, and you'll understand why this. Yeah, man. Yeah. That movie, if you watch Ed Wood, you'll understand why his movies are kind of special. Because I know people like to punch down on him, but I think he's very inspiring because, again, there's so many people that talk about things that they want to do and they don't do them. They never get them done. They're dreams that die. But like he was like, well, I'm going to raise my own money and I'm going to make these bizarre films, and they left a legacy. And it sucks that he didn't get to live to see it because he didn't like really pop until after his death.
Yep.
And it's a shame because it just seemed like his whole life was like kind of like putting him in a bad position, And it's like he never got to see the fame that came from it. But I'm giving it a big giant heart emoji because I love what that guy did.
All right, I love it. And let's turn it over to the audience. Raise your hand if you have some emojis.
Starting with Mike Vinci.
Yeah, Mike Vinci, do you have some emojis?
Yeah, I mean, just a brain because it's so cerebral.
Yes.
And just everything that we really went over for this movie, I feel good about it.
Yeah. I do too, man. I do too. All right. How about Robin?
I would like to do the stick emoji if there is one.
Oh, perfect.
Because I feel like it was more effective than
right
any of the
than
guns.
bullets. Sticks.
Who needs missiles when you got sticks?
That's right.
Sticks and stones can break your bones.
We got Leo here.
I have a spaceship, an alien, a vampire, a woman dancing, and 3 laughing emojis.
Hell yeah. I love it. I love it.
Rock on.
Anyone else? Carl? No?
That would be a no.
It looked like
What about
Carl
Jon
was like
Snow
ready.
over there?
Yeah, Jon Snow.
I think I got to go with another shrugging emoji.
I gotcha. That's fair. It's okay.
Perfect.
Testify, Metal Messiah.
Love it.
Thank you.
I don't know if there's missiles, but I would do about 424 missiles for how many they fired at those ships.
Fun fact: the real number was 423. You were close.
Oh, damn!
Yeah.
Price was right.
Yeah, but if you were over,
I
then
lost.
you
Yeah.
could- you'd just-
Damn it. All right. Well, with that, let's get into some plugs. Let's go, Casey. What do you want to plug, buddy?
Sure. Sometimes I plug my stream, but other times I plug like other sorts of media that are interesting to me. So I'm going to take my last 30 seconds to plug a video game, actually.
Okay.
A video game came out recently called Claire Obscura Expedition 33. It's made by a small team of about 30 people.
Okay.
And they were laid off from a bigger studio, right? I just kind of want to shout out like smaller developers, who are able to like make something.
Hell yeah.
And even if you're not someone that's interested in video games, this is something special. And it really is so unlike anything else that kind of comes out, So really recommend checking it out.
All right. Awesome. Rory?
Raven View Productions. It is the film production company we get to build up, and the production company that puts this lovely podcast out each and every Wednesday. Fourth Cut Reviews. Churskin 40 doing Churskin 40 things.
Churskin 40.
He's doing things. He's putting out videos.
Keyboard warrior.
Keyboard warrior chursing around. Mr. Content chursing around. We got Gravy Diggers.
Hell yeah.
I'm slowly distancing myself from Gravy Diggers Pot Pies because apparently now I'm an accomplice.
Right, you're in a lawsuit, right?
Yeah,
you got pulled in.
It's a whole thing.
It's kind of like Blake Lively's thing.
Yeah.
You just got
Almost
pulled in.
the same.
Right.
Almost the same.
Almost the same.
I'm just going to say I knew what was in those pot pies and I still serve them. Swart Streamboat. We got Swart Streamboat. He is our local comedian, hilarity god guy. And he's funny as fuck. So you should look him up and give his comedy a whirl. We got Real Chronicles, friend of the show, Dave Gonzalez. You could listen to his podcast. I pop on there every so often, and I like to show how much they know by showing how very little I know about film. You could check him out at the Cinematic Reel and on Rotten Tomatoes. He's one of those legit critics. And then finally, the thing that you all came here for, Kitties of an EPA Pet Rescue. We had to represent. Yeah, could we give them some clapping?
Yeah.
Doing the Lord's work, saving cats. You know, less kids, more cats. That's what I'm saying, America. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ross Jones is real excited about that for some reason.
Did you see his shirt? It says F orphanages.
Yeah, he said burn down orphanages. That's what Ross Jones is known for. He'd blow off an air horn and torch an orphanage. It was the most wild thing I've ever
Great
seen.
Ormond Street Orphanage, and it's crossed out.
But, yeah, Kitties of an EPA, you can actually get a direct link to them on our website. It's www.freakwoolspodcast.com, and you can adopt a cat. You could donate to help cats. Just help cats. That's what you got to do in your life. Make you feel better about yourself for all the horrible things you've done.
That's right.
We all know. Every one of you sitting out there has sins. These cats will lick them clean.
What are you doing with these cats?
Good night, everybody.
Hard edit. Oh my God. All right. I want to turn some plugs into the audience. Let's go to Jon Snow first. John, you want to plug a couple things?
Yeah, check out all my bands on easterntributecollective.com. I realize this show is being recorded live but not airing live, so our next local show after this Friday will be at the V-Spot, June 13th. We're doing Slipknot, System of a Down, Deftones, and Papa Roach all in one night.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So.
Vince, did you hear that? The Deftones. No.
What?
I did not say the on purpose.
And how about El Snow? Let's turn it over to El Snow.
I got Battle of the Bards at the V-Spot on June 1st. Me and some other playwrights have 48 hours to write a 5 to 10 minute play based on a prompt. So it should be an interesting time.
And you kill it every single time.
How about you, Leo?
How about Mr. Leo down there?
We got Leo Purdy over there.
All right, first off is, of course, Three Jacks Burger Bar.
Yeah, Three Jacks. Woo!
And there's Five Nights at Freddy's 2 coming out this year in December.
Hell yeah. Are you excited, dude?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
You going to come back on the podcast and review it once it's available to be reviewed?
Yep.
Yeah, you are.
Hell yeah. Yep. Hell yeah. Let's go to young Vince down there. He's been working on some drywall.
I want to plug Serta mattresses because I am ready for my Serta mattress.
Oh, nice. What is the burger of the month at Three Jacks, by the way?
Right now it's Georgia Cowboy, 6-ounce beef patty, mango habanero ribs, baked beans, and grilled peaches.
God damn.
Let's give it up to all those guys who just gave out some plugs.
Yeah, but there's one more plug that I want to hear from, and it's from Mike Vinch over there.
Yes.
I want to hear you plug your stuff, you son of a...
Son of a Vinch.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful bastard.
Well, I think first, Shantytown Design. FreakWoolspodcast.com. We helped put that together, so go buy some merch on that website. But if you need any marketing or a website, contact shantytowndesign.com. And lastly, I think Carbondalian, a big alien festival that takes place in Carbondale early November. This coming November will be our second annual. So come hang out and support.
Awesome.
Shantytown helps the marketing for that.
And what about the Scholastic?
And coming in the fall, not announced date yet, but there will be a Spines Scholastic Fair, which is like, I think, adult Scholastic Fair from school. So we'll have writers and book vendors and things like that.
And what about the people like me who can't read?
And car posters.
Are we welcome?
Yeah, we'll have interpreters for you.
We have pop-up books.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Give it up for Mike Vinci, guys. Woo!
Mike Vinci crushing it tonight.
He helped with all the events that we've done recently. He helped organize, obviously doing some mic work tonight. And just
MCing.
everything, hooking us up for trivia, all that. So thanks to Mike Vinci. Give it up to him.
Amazing.
Give it up to young Vince, the god of all. He not only was helping you guys with drinks and food tonight, but he also helped with the audio setup, our board, and just helping us get off the ground. So we couldn't be here without young Vince. So God bless you, young Vince. And sorry about the Deftones.
And I know that
Sorry
I
about
also know one last little thing that I guess Vince has been helping Ross set orphanages on fire.
Oh.
Teamwork.
Teamwork makes that dream
It's been a
work.
whole thing.
Well, they don't have any dreams anymore.
It went up in flames.
It went up in flames. But yeah, thanks to young Vince. And of course, thanks to the chef and Caitlin and everyone who helped out at Three Jacks tonight.
Three Jacks Burger Bar.
Thanks to our awesome guest, Casey Clocker. Give it up to...
Thanks for being here.
Thanks you to everybody, every single person
seriously,
that showed
everybody
up
that showed
tonight. So thank you guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. If you want to clap for Rory, you can.
Please don't. No, I'm kidding. Hey, no, wait. You know what? I want an 80s slow clap. Wait, hold on.
I think that was just Becca. Hold on.
And now a little faster.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. So, guys.
You just cheered for a madman. But
Yes.
It's all good.
And thank you all for being here tonight. We love you guys. Thank you so much. And with that being said,
everybody,
thank you for listening to